Have you ever considered using a test for something other than a test? You can actually use tests just like any other tool for anything that you want to use it for. So instead of creating a test, you could actually make a classroom activity. What makes a test is how many points you make it worth. But you can use that format to create some great activities, especially for online courses. For example, you can put a video in question 1 with an either-or question. They can simply select yes that they watched it to move on. For example, if you use a question such as either or for yes, I watched the video, you could make it worth 0 points and have the follow-up questions be worth points. Or if the questions that you ask are intended to be more for feedback and reflection, you could make the yes, I watched the video be worth the participation grade and the other questions not be worth points. We have 2 different examples to illustrate what you can do with test activities. The first is a lesson from Dr. Mauer's class, where he shows how an eyewitness is not really the best evidence to use in court. The second is Coach Highsmith, who has a video lecture on 21 Principles of Leadership. Dr. Mauer has a video at the beginning that the students have to watch. Then they answer questions that they might be asked by a lawyer if they were in court. After they answer each of the questions, he has a video lecture explaining what they just did, and then the story that goes along with the original incident. Dr. Mauer can either use the score to demonstrate what they would have got. For example, they got 8 out of 16 questions right, and he can decide whether or not that even calculates toward the overall grade for the course. Or he could make the questions that they would answer to a lawyer worth none or little and have them answering yes, I watched the video be worth participation points in the class. Coach Highsmith uses his video in a way similar to what some teachers use clickers for in face-to-face classes. We've divided his video into 3 segments. So they watch the first section and then they answer a question. In his, we have essay format questions, but you can use any type of question. You can use a fill in the blank, you can use a multiple choice, but you would embed the video directly into the question, and then you would ask the question for them to respond to before they move on to the next section of the video. So for a face-to-face class, clickers are great, but in an online class, how does the clicker idea work? Well, you can create an activity using the test tool and ask questions as they go. Remember, just because it says it's a test doesn't mean you're using it as a test. You can use the test tool for a class activity.